Hey, 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 man. Greetings, children of God. Peace and blessings, man. Hey, man, it's been a minute since I made a video, right? I'm not really about to start uploading consistently. I'm just kind of putting these joints out there at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's probably been like a year since I made a video, or uploaded a video, I should say. But we got a word today, man. This word is gonna be about how to improve as a man, right? Or why you must improve as a man, right? So basically, as men, like we all have this mutual understanding because we all pretty much go through the same thing. Not saying that we all have the same struggles, but as men, we all go through struggles, right? Humans in general too, but as men, if you don't know, you get the harsher side of things, right? But as a man, you have to learn to overcome and deal with these things, right? But if you're like going through that sort of journey right now and it's like you don't really know too much about what it takes, like you don't really know, you've never been here before type stuff, like that's why I make videos, you feel me? I'm young as well, but I'm very seasoned and experienced. I've lived this life stuff. I know about this life stuff, you feel me? So, yeah, that's basically what this video is gonna be about, and we're gonna start. Oh yeah, and please don't mind my eye if you see that John wilding. Like literally, I've had this eye problem for I don't know. Like it'll just start leaking sometimes, and then when I wipe it, it'll just get like a little swollen, like so it kind of closes up a little more. So it's not like I've been crying or some shit. Excuse my language. It's not like I've been crying or nothing, but I'm just, you feel me? So basically, this video is, like I said, how to improve as a man, right? Or why you must improve as a man, right? Basically, first things first, nobody is gonna come and do it for you feel me? It doesn't matter if you like top 5% of good looking men. Obviously, I'm the best looking man in the world, right? So even if you look close to me, nobody's going to take care of you forever, you feel me? And unless you're willing to do some deplorable things, you feel me? Like being a hitman or something like that, you feel me? You killing for bread, you know what I'm saying? And everybody got their own path, right? Everybody got their own story, right? But once you know, it's to do better, you feel me? So, but anyway, like, if you want to improve as a man, and you gotta know that nobody's coming to do this work for you, bro. Nobody's coming to hold your hand, and you're not a child, you feel me? Those days where if you're a man, if you're a boy, the only days you would get that is when you was a child, you feel me? They might hold your hand or console you, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna get that as a grown up, alright? So, and you gotta understand these things, right? It's when you understand and accept these things, that's when you will overcome that sort of hold that's on you, that bondage, you feel me? Because that's the only reason why you might feel a certain way going through life, like, oh, yeah, bro, this is what you're supposed to, this is what life is about for a man, you feel me? It's not like, oh, why are these things happening to me? Bro, this happens to all men, you feel me? This happens to everybody. Everybody gets something, you feel me? Everybody gonna get something. So no one's coming to do the work for you, right? And these might be things you're already aware of, or maybe not. No one's coming to do the work for you. No one's coming to hold your hand along the way. No one's here to give you a pat on the back. No one's here to do these things for you, you know what I'm saying? So, and you definitely should not be relying on people. You have to be completely independent, bro. You can have people doing things for you, like don't get me wrong, like even in certain situations, like I got like a supplier, like obviously it's like you need food, you need somebody working at the grocery store, like you might need things like that. But don't be out here expecting people to be like, oh, you going through, evictions or something like that. And you like, oh man, my homie is gonna be able to lend me this bread, or like I'm gonna get this bread. Nah, bro. You gotta be on point to where you're not letting those things happen. You don't let it get to that point, you know what I'm saying? You gotta always be focused and always be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the things that's gonna catch you off guard, and you're gonna snap back into reality. So with that being said, like, always knowing that this thing could sink at any moment if you're not on point. It has to be something that's always in the front of your mind. That way you're never slipping. That way you're never not focused. That way you're never not on point. You know what I mean? So that's something that you gotta always keep in mind. Also, depending on the results you want in life, like obviously you should be aiming for success. Like as a man, like you don't need to be making $1 million, or you don't even need to want $1 million. Like, you know, some people might say like you're failing if you can't get a yacht or something like that. In my opinion, like me, I don't even like boats. I don't even like being in the ocean like that. So a yacht means nothing to me. You feel me? But either way, even if it's something, a substitute, something that I do want, like nice car or jewelry. Like let's say, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own standard of success. Everybody has their own metric of success. If you are looking to gain success, you got to know what that path looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's never just, okay, you got the game plan, you put things in motion, and then you reach success. It's never that simple. Things almost never go as planned, you know what I'm saying? Things almost never go as planned. But things always go as God has planned it. So it may not work out how you thought or whatever, but things are always, if you're moving right and you know that you're moving right, you got to know that things are right with God's stands. You know, where God stands and he looks at it, he understands what's going down right now. So that's something good to keep in mind. Obviously, if you believe in God, you know what I'm saying, you should. And walk with God, because with God, it's always going to be simpler. It's always going to be the right thing to be doing. God is never going to tell you, like, you know, to do things that's going to make your life worse, like, because he wants you to have a worse life. Like, things might get bad because of what happened, but there's always a bigger purpose. There's always a bigger reason. You know what I mean? So always keep that in mind. Back to what I was saying though, like, if your metric of success is like, it doesn't have to be what everybody else's metric of success is basically what I'm saying. Like I said, somebody might say, oh, you need to be able to get a yacht, you need to be able to, you know, do this and that. You need to be able to have what you see as successful. Obviously, as a man, you need to have some sort of ambition. You need to have some sort of desire to not be in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you want like a family or a woman. You know, as men, like we're very easily like simple, man. Like I could literally live in a 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom, 1 kitchen for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's for a woman and a family that I know that you need to have more than that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my woman living like that because I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And you know that women are just what is it called? A bill, right? So women are a bill. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that as well. But like I said, your metric of success has to be like what you think of as successful. If that's like $1 million a year, go get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? If that's 100,000, get 100,000. If it's just enough to get by, then that's you. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that you need to be taking the right steps to get to that success. You can't just, you know, feel bad a certain day and then not want to put in work because you're sad, and then still expect to be on the pace to get to where you want to go or where you need to go. It's never gonna work that way. You know what I'm saying? And things always get bad before they get good, you know, but things can be bad at any point in time, you know. That's why you need to always, there's no such thing as being too cautious, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're playing with your life. This is real life, bro. You can be on the street any day. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that lightly. Obviously, God has a different path for everybody. Some people, you know what I'm saying, if you're on the street, obviously, hopefully it's not forever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just gonna be a part of your story and your testimony. Especially if you're walking with God, you know, you can't be unfaithful in that regard. Know that maybe you slipped up, you weren't paying attention too much, or if God had let you stay on the path you were, you wouldn't have been able to wake up like that. You know what I mean? So these are just all things you got to keep in mind. These are the things that you must keep in mind on the path to success. and on the path of becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? It's a multi-layered thing. It's like multiple levels, multiple layers that you got to peel back. And there's always a cause, there's always an effect. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get to be successful, there's a cause to that. You have to do the cause. If you end up being like broke, you feel me? Being broke doesn't make you a bum, okay? But staying broke does make you a bum. If you want to stay broke, like obviously nobody really wants to be broke, but your actions speak louder than your words. You can't tell me that you don't want to be a bum, but you're not doing anything to get anything. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you waiting for? What are you sitting around for? I know it's very much more comfortable to want to do things that make you happy and just do things that don't require work, or it doesn't require putting your desires to the side. Everything is about priorities. Everything is situational, and everything is about priorities, okay? People can ask me, oh, why doesn't this interest you? Because I have priorities. This is not my priority. That's all it is. You feel me? Why aren't you thirsty? Why aren't you being a bachelor? You know what I'm saying? It's not my priority. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you in a relationship? It's not my priority. You feel me? But also, it's like on the path to success, you gotta understand. Like I said, people got different paths. Some people, it might just be, all right, they got a gate and they just blew up type stuff. Other people, you gotta stay on the grind. And for the people that really blow up, there's never going to be an easy way anyway. Because once you blow up, you gotta put in work to maintain, and somewhere on the path, you're going to have to realize that you gotta continually put in work. You know what I'm saying? There's no time out. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have lucky or God-given situations where, you know, you about to give up. You know what I'm saying? So God will have a situation where, okay, maybe you do have a friend that's going to be there for you, or you're going to have something that's going to get you to keep going. But the main focus is to keep going. You feel me? Don't let up. Don't stop grinding. Don't stop seeking success. You know, you have to seek God first, obviously. You have to get right with God, and God will help you to get that success. You can't do anything good without God in your life. You know what I'm saying? You need to have the Holy Spirit. You need to have an acceptance of God in your life, and Jesus, obviously. So with that being said, man, that's just a short video. I mean, it might not be that short, but it's just a little video. My first video back in a long time. Man, yeah, man. I don't know how consistent I'm gonna be with that, but I'm just kind of going with the flow with it, man. I got my own stuff I'm dealing with, and YouTube is kind of just like something I might do. So I hope y'all appreciate the video. Like, comment, subscribe, man.